Oh, hi everyone. How are you guys doing? Wanted to
Y'all.
say hi and thank you for being here, Annie. And then we've got Vicky and Robin in the chat. And I am working on my son's blanket, trying to get it finished. I have one little bit on this side, and then I have the whole another side, and then I just have to put in all these ends, and it's got to go to. I have to take it with me on July 1st and give it to my daughter, and have my daughter give it to her brother. Hello, Mary.
Hi,
Welcome
Mary.
in. So I thought, you know what? I keep finding it's okay. I can't sit in my chair and crochet this blanket. It's huge, and especially in the summertime. And I thought it takes up half this table. So I thought, you know what? I will just do it on a live.
Hey, Liz,
So,
welcome in.
hello, Liz. Welcome in. I did finish the sheep. I will put a picture up. I keep forgetting to put it up. And then I got to do those the rest of the woolly aphids as well. And that will be done. So, but I got to get this all done. The woolly aphids have to be done by the 5th of July, and this has to be done by the 1st of July. Because I don't want to try and work on it while my grandson is here and then take it back when I take him back. So I'm just trying to get it finished. And this is just granny stitch, and and now let me show you. This color looks orange, but can you see? Hear me? Okay, so it's a deep red. It's not orange. So it's a tan, green, black, and red. That's the colors that he picked for his blanket. And he wanted a queen size, and I think this is more of a king size, but it'll just be over drapey.
I like a little
I
sides,
don't
a
think
little bit tying over the sides in the end.
I don't think it will be too bad, but yeah, I think it will be a little bit. I prefer mine to be a little drapey.
Well, I think it's because it keeps the cold out better.
Right. Thank you, Robin. Oh, I can't stand it if I have a blanket that is riding up the side and cold air is getting in.
Yep.
That, I don't like that at all. So when I'm getting to the corners, I am doing 3 stitches in that corner stitch so that it goes around the corner. Now some of these squares were just granny squares, but some of them weren't quite big enough. And so I had to put a single stitch around the edge because it wasn't quite big enough. But some of them don't have that, so I just have to pay attention and make sure that I get that done. That it, that I understand what I did. So like this was it has the green. This green one has it. So this is my center stitch. So I'm going to put 3 stitches in here, which will make it go smoothly around the corner.
Robin's wanting to know what kind of yarn you're using.
This is some of it is Red Heart, and some of it is Mainstay, and it's just acrylic. Excuse me, acrylic. And this is Mainstay, and I think the red was Red Heart, but it's all 4-weight worsted. That's what my son wanted, so it's really fairly soft, so it won't be up against his skin anyway. But yeah, it's a soft, very soft yarn. So it's really big and it's really heavy. Oh gosh, it's heavy. But that's what he chose. I've never made him a blanket since he was a little boy. I mean, I never crocheted him a blanket since he was a little boy. So he asked me for it. I I'm sorry, my nose is itching. I made blankets. I crocheted blankets for all my kids one summer, and I did his the Rick Rack, and he really liked it. And um, now none of my kids want blankets, crocheted blankets from me, but my son. So I thought, you know what? If you want it, I'll make it for you. Now my grandkids have crocheted blankets from me, but when I go around this corner, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This thing is so big; it's across the whole table. And this table is not a skinny table. This is the table that I made, and it's 3 feet by 7 feet.
What do you think is going to happen here on the 24th? In my town, not my house.
Oh,
I'm
the
pressing it. It's the
24th.
very first time. It's the very first time they're going to have hot air balloon rides for $10.
That's amazing. Go for I don't know if you're scared of heights, but I'd go. I love hot air
I told
balloons.
Renee, I said I would really love to just take some Dramamine and hop
Hmm.
on there and
I
just
would. First time I was ever on one, I was 9, 8, 9, and I got a chance to go. I also got a chance to go in helicopter, and I jumped at the chance.
I have never been up in the air except for on my own in a tree or on top of a house. That's the highest I've ever been. That's the highest I ever need to be. But I have to say, I've always been intrigued by hot air balloons. I would really, really like to. Hi, Sandra. Welcome in.
Hi, Sandra. Welcome in. This isn't my son's blanket um, that I'm making for him. I got it done, all the squares done really fast. Took me a while to get the squares all put together just because it's so hot, because it's heavy. It was 42 squares, and they're 12 inches squares. So, yeah, I think there's 7 or 8 across. I can't remember. I think maybe 8. I can't remember. Maybe it's 9. I don't remember. But it's longer than it is wide, or it's wider than it is long. I can't remember. Actually, no, it's not. It's the same. I don't know. I can't remember. I did it like 6 weeks ago, and it's been sitting on this table, not touching it. And I'm like, I got to get this done. It's got to go to Utah in a couple of weeks. So,
Excuse me, y'all. It's raining. I'm a croupy.
yeah, it's raining. Well, it
I
was
swear
raining.
our humidity was 87% today.
Oh, our humidity is horrible.
Nasty out there.
I don't know if it's raining anymore. I can't hear it raining. It was raining and thundering and lightning.
It is raining here now. It's gentle. It's like the gentle spring rain, but it's constant.
My dog is running around because he wants to go outside and he doesn't like going outside and getting wet.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go see if I can
does.
help him. Yeah, let me go out and let me see if I can get him to go out. Ooh, I'll be right back. I'll still be able to hear you though until I get to the door.
It is sticky here. Been in the kitchen a lot this weekend. I came up with a new recipe called orzoto. That's what I'm calling it. If it's already out there somewhere, I've never seen it. I was going to make risotto. I didn't have any rice, but I had orzoto, and I was like, yep, that's what I'm using. Turned out pretty good. Some fresh mushrooms and some onions. It was no me good. But then, it was pasta. What's not to like about pasta?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay. If he won't go out. If he ends up needing to go really bad, he'll just go out and pee on the stairs.
Lily used to do that. She was really bad when we got her. I'm assuming whoever had her, because Pete had the same problem. Orzo, Orzo. It's pasta.
Right.
Oh
Thank
no,
you,
it's what you
Sandra.
got. I've read that as what did you use? I'm sorry, Robin. My,
Exactly, Robin. I agree with that.
but yeah, Bill said he wanted it on rotation. He said that was really good, and I was like, I can do that because I always got stuff to. I
Right.
always have Orzo in the cabinet. I love that pasta.
Yeah.
Pete and Lily both. I guess the people that had them were elder. Well, I know both of them was elderly, and they couldn't walk them, so they let them go on the porch. So we had fun teaching the both of them
Mhm.
to go all the way out into the yard instead of doing their business on the porch. For I was like, no, I'm not cleaning up after you.
Well, I
And
just take a pitcher of water. He never poops on there. He just pees, and it just runs downstairs. And so I just
oh
water
yeah,
and
I
get
mean,
it
ours
cleaned
is
up.
just a deck. The way it washes off, it was just like I'm not going to do that. And so Bill took him with Buster and walked and then Buster stopped to do his business out behind Bill's shed, which is where we want him to go because Bill said that way when he mows, he knows where he needs to clean before he mows it,
Right.
and because that's nasty when that happens. And they just started going out there as soon as Bill showed them where to go. Both of them just. But Pete was super bad about it. He did not want to be wet in it. I'd just stand at the door looking at him. He's like, get off the porch and pee.
He will not go out. He's whining now because he needs to go, and he here in a minute. If he doesn't go ahead and go, I'm gonna have to put him on the leash and force him to go out because he won't pee in the house.
We
But
had a
he needs to
Boston
go in.
Terrier named Daisy, and she
Mm-hmm.
was the weirdest dog I've ever seen in my life. She would go, because our yard is basically a gentle hill. She would go all the
Right.
way up the top of the hill. As she was coming down the hill, she'd get up on her front feet and just walk on her front feet with her back feet in the air and pee, and it would run down her chest. And I'm like, you could see her. She would start walking, and all of a sudden, you just see them back legs coming up off the ground, and you knew she was peeing.
Right. Well,
And I was
she
just like,
more
huh,
he normally goes out and does his business out on the grass, but he doesn't like the rain,
yeah,
which is
yeah. That was
weird.
that was Lily and Pete. You'd think if water touched them, they was going to melt.
Hmm. But Ron will take him to the park and it'll be raining and he doesn't have a problem. Oh yeah, he's just a little guy. Our chihuahuas won't go out in the rain.
I think Lily
They're
went
like that.
about. I think Lily's the smallest dog we've ever owned, and she went about 8 pounds.
Our Schnoodle, when we lived in Utah, it didn't rain a lot there, but it snowed a lot. And so Ron would shovel the snow off the grass. So he would go out on the grass and do his business.
We would have to do that with Lily because her legs were so because she was a little French bulldog, and her legs were so short she couldn't find a place to go because she wasn't heavy enough to break all the way through the snow crust,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
she couldn't do any leaps or bounds because her legs were so darn short.
he was half poodle and half schnauzer, miniature schnauzer and miniature poodle. And so he was kind of tall, but he was super skinny. And he did not like the cold. Come on, Royce, just go out there. He's pacing.
Now Lily and Daisy both have winter sweaters. because they were so
Um,
they would just shiver. Anything below 50 degrees, and them dogs were freezing to death. Both of them.
okay, so our schnoodle, his name was Simon. Because he was half poodle and half schnauzer, they didn't really make a sweater that would fit him. I tried. So got one of Kendrick's baby fleece shirts and I converted it into a sweater for him. And he wore that. And so now I could not find one for the Chihuahuas. So I didn't have a baby around last year and I went to an estate sale. No, not an estate sale. I went to a yard sale or something, and I looked and I found two fleece shirts, baby shirts. So I brought them home and I converted them into their sweaters. So they pull over their head and they have like a neck, goes up
Yeah.
their neck so it keeps them warm. And I cut the arms shorter and I cut a U out of the belly and I made it where they were snug around their bodies. I did darts to make it snug so that it fits them perfect.
I'm hearing the thunder.
It was thunder and lightning here earlier. Now, when I went out there to look, there wasn't that much rain on the sidewalk, but it's really really warm. And if it stopped raining, it's already dried off most of the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's the way it was here today, and it was just like the air just got stickier.
It's 87 degrees here, so
I
it
feel
was
like
95 today.
the temperature has dropped a
96.
bit here.
It's only supposed to drop to 73 here.
Yeah, it
So
dropped to 75, so it dropped about 8 degrees.
ours dropped 10. It was supposed to drop 20. But if it was already supposed to be down in the 70s by now, and it's still almost 90 degrees. So I don't think it's going to drop the way they thought it
This
was.
is early in the year for this kind of heat. Oh, wow. Robin said they was 106 today.
Well, she's down in Arizona. That's why.
Yeah. You
Arizona or
missed
New
the
Mexico.
weather.
Can't remember if she's in Arizona or Mexico, but yeah, that's why.
Gotta holler at the kid. Hang on. I'm back.
Arizona. Okay. I thought it was Arizona, but then I second guessed myself and thought, well, no, maybe it was New Mexico. But yeah, it was Arizona. Okay. Hold on. I've got how many more squares do I have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And then I'll be done with, and then I'll have to, ouch. Sorry, did I knock that? Now he's whining. I may have to take a small little break and grab him and take him out. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Will
Yeah.
you talk to
Yeah.
these people? And I will.
I'm good at talking. My problem's shutting up.
I'm going to take you guys out of my ear, so I won't be able to hear you. So you can talk about me if you want. I'll be back.
Uh-oh, y'all. Now we're in. Okay, so I read something today, and it was called The First Date from Hell. Here's what happened. Blind date. He picks her up. Big mistake right there. I'm sorry. I don't think blind date should know where you live. Meet them somewhere, because you never know. Uh, they drive you for miles, take you through a McDonald's drive-through, and say, "Oh wait, let's go inside where it's more romantic." Hock a loogie on the floor, wipe their nose on the back of their hand, and then holds their hand out for you to hold, and then takes you to a family birthday party, leaves you in the corner by yourself, and stays on their phone. How would you all feel in that situation? Because me, I would have called an Uber and went home. And I also looked up Swiss cheese today because I wanted to know Swiss cheese was created in the United States and in Switzerland. Not quite sure how that works. Yeah, I don't. I never did blind dates. I'm like, no, because I want to hear this person because if her voice is annoying, it's not going to last. My husband had an aunt. She's passed away, so not really speaking ill of her, but she had this high pitched, whiny voice that just it set your teeth on edge when she talked. It literally hurt your ears. She was a very shrill person. And so many times I just wanted to look at her, it's like, please shut up. Just for 5 minutes, stop talking and let my ears rest.
I'm back. He wouldn't go pee. He wanted to go out and look. It's not even raining. The sidewalk's almost completely dry, but the grass is wet, so he won't go out on it.
He was going to scope it out, see what was going on.
Well, he's still right behind me, like with his ears perked, and because I can hear people talking outside. So I don't know. Oh, my sister's like that.
She seemed like a nice person, but I couldn't be around her long enough to really tell because I would just look at Bill and it's like, I'm going outside to smoke. You know, I know smoking's not good for you, but it's a great excuse when you need to get out of something.
Yeah, my sister, she never shuts up. Never.
It wasn't that she didn't shut, it was her voice.
Well, her voice drives me crazy. It's loud. She never shuts up, and she talks over the top of you, and she has everything worse than you, better than you. She's had more or she's had less. She always has to one-up you in everything. So she's very irritating, and she's a liar. She's the biggest liar I've ever met. So.
But yeah, I mean, I wasn't around her that often, just like at family functions and stuff. And I tried to avoid those. I avoided mine. I tried to avoid his as often as possible.
Right.
And he used to hate it because at one point it got to the point I did not want to be around his family. So I would take him and the kids and drop them off and I would come home. He's like, right. But you'll be alone. And I'm like, yes, that is the whole point. I will be alone.
Right.
I had a brother like that. I had a couple of brothers like that. You couldn't believe a word to come out of it. One of the brother next older to me, when he married his first wife, he convinced her that he had a waterbed, a trailer, a Maserati in Hillbilly, West Virginia. And when he brought her here to visit, and then she found out he didn't have any of that, he couldn't understand why she was like, you lied to her. That's why. He said, well, then she only married me for my money. And I was like, you had to know that. I didn't like her. I had to punch her out. She was arguing with my mom. And when my mom turned around, y'all remember the big old 80s boom boxes? She had one in her hand and she swung up and hit my mom in the back of the head with it. And then I punched her through the back door. And I just looked at him. I was like, y'all need to leave. I don't generally get violent, but don't attack somebody from behind. That's so cowardly. And his second wife, same thing. He was rich. And I was like, his second wife, I was just like, why do you even stay with him when you know the truth? She ended up divorcing him and going back to Germany.
I'm back.
Okay. I was going to say one of your pictures disappeared.
It's because I was moving the blanket around and it touched the thing because it's really finicky, the connection. So.
Okay, Connie, your turn to talk.
What would you like to talk about?
Oh, no, we've talked about food, dogs, in-laws, outlaws.
Right?
I mean, besides yarn and art, food is one of my favorite subjects.
Yeah.
Robin said, "Welcome back."
Thank you.
Excuse me. And Liz is back. Welcome back, Liz.
Oh, welcome back, Liz.
Uh,
So I have less than 5 to go now.
and honorary husbands.
Yes.
Lots of honorary husbands.
And
Today
daughters
is
that drive me
Johnny's
crazy.
63rd birthday.
Whose?
Johnny's. Renee's
Oh,
husband.
okay. So she robbed the cradle.
Yes, she did. I did not realize he was younger than her. I always thought he was older than her.
Mm. All my lights are starting to turn off. So if it starts to get darker behind me, it will be my lights turning off.
It's not a ghost.
Because 3 of them just turned off in front of me, and my other one in the living room just turned off. So, yep, there they go. See, yep, 2 of them just turned off. 3 of them just turned off next to me, right over there. Now
Yep.
these ones behind me are gonna start turning on. Because I put a 12-hour timer on them, so they turn on at 8, just before 8:30 in the morning, and then they turn off. But it won't be too much longer. These ones right directly behind me will turn off.
Well, we had another incident in town early this morning.
A spill?
No. This guy in a pickup truck decided to drive through the side of a building
We've had that
because
before.
he didn't like the way they did his wife's nails.
You got to be kidding me.
And it was a brick building. Trashed his truck. I'm sitting there going like, yeah, he's either high or drunk. I'm sorry. It's got to be one or the other because no sane person does that.
We had a lady back when we lived in Kentucky, an older lady. She accidentally put her vehicle in drive. She probably shouldn't have been driving. She was like up in her 80s, and she put her car in drive instead of reverse, and went right into the post office.
We have had several people around here that elderly. My back neighbor's the one I like. Her mom, the one who had Alzheimer's that I talked to Knit. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they took her driver's license away from her in her car. She got in the car, decided she wanted to go to the store, and put the car in reverse. And the hill is like an 80% or 80-degree incline,
Oh
and went
wow!
all the way down. Never lost control of the vehicle. Didn't hit anything, and then swung the front end around so she was on the road. And her daughter went, oh man, I thought her daughter was going to have a heart attack, went down through there screaming. She's like, Mom, are you okay? And she looked at her and she goes, I think I did pretty damn good.
Yeah, we had to take my mom's. They'd take her license away from her. We had to take the keys away from her, hide them.
Oh yeah, no, they did. She completely took her car. She put her car up by her house. She's like, no,
Well,
you can't have it no more.
well, they still had the car there because my sister and my brother still lived there, and they didn't. They just had to hide the keys. My sister took over her car, and then my brother had his car, and so they just hid the keys so she
Well,
couldn't drive the car.
it was It was not funny because she could have really got hurt because she could have went all the way across and hit a building or out in the highway and got run over by another vehicle.
It's only
But it
funny
was
because she
he was
didn't
okay,
get
right?
hurt. Yeah.
But I am telling you, this woman until her Alzheimer's got really really bad, she never uttered a cuss word, and
Hmm.
she did not like anybody around her cussing. I seen her slap her son-in-law in the mouth. She said, "You do not talk like that in my presence. You take that dirty talk somewhere else." And when she started cussing, that was one of the first signs. And I said, Jeanette, I was like, I said, you really need to take her to the doctor and have her tested.
Yeah. My mom had dementia.
She
And
just, she looked, she goes, I don't want anything to be wrong with her. And I said, we never do. I said, but she is showing all of the signs. And I was
right,
like, you really need to go have her. I said, rather than, sticking your head in the sand, do what's best for her.
right,
And her sister moved in with her.
right.
And
Hello to all the lurkers, because we have more people than what's in the chat. I
I
would put
looked
up
at
my
this.
little lurker video, but I don't have it I have it, but I can't put it up because, well, I can't because they charge me every time, or they do a media share, so I have to share the money by using it because it's got copyright on it, which I did not know. It did not have a copyright on it when I used it. I made the little video, but now it does. That's why my music on my other channel is not the same as it used to be. None of the same stuff because it all got copyrighted. And I'm like, that's just not right.
I don't even know what that
So,
song was. It was catchy and it would stick in your head, but I'd never heard it before your video.
me either. But if I play it, then they copyright share, or they revenue share on me is what they call it. And so I have to. Now this channel doesn't. I don't get paid for this channel, but I took it completely off, and I can't even access it on this channel because this channel is not monetized, where my other one is. So I've got 4. So I got red, black, green, and the rest of this beige to be finished with this border.
Somebody hit a deer where our road meets the highway,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been there right at 4 days. Me and my sister drove past it yesterday morning when we took my car.
Mm-hmm.
We drove past it coming back while I was waiting on it, and then as we was leaving the third time, I was just like, man, I said, that deer stinks. And she said, what deer? And I looked at her. I was like, pay attention when you drive. I said, you see that dead deer or that huge deer that you could hit if you turn too sharp? She's like, oh, I've never even seen that.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Liz and Sandra.
And then Bill looked at me and he said, says the woman who drove past a house that had been torn down for almost a year before she noticed. I said, that's because my eyes were on the road, Bill, not on the scenery. But yeah, I slowed down one day and I looked and I'm like, that house is gone. And he said, yeah, it's been gone for almost a year. Drove past that thing every single day and did not notice it was gone.
I can hear my dog. I can't see him. Don't know where he's at. I can hear you.
Oh, did he go outside?
No, he was in the kitchen where I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. Now he's right by me. He won't settle down until I settle down or whatever he can hear outside stops. But I don't understand why there's people outside talking. Because no one's out there doing a barbecue.
Sure, they ain't just got a window open and you can hear them?
There's no one close enough. The cop that lives next door to us or behind us. He doesn't have any windows open. I looked, and I don't even think he's there. His vehicle's not there. And our neighbor next door to us, they never go out. Well, don't go outside a lot. Maybe the people on the other side of the alley could be them. I don't know. I don't usually hear a lot of people talking outside, except for the teenagers catty corner across the street from us, but you can't hardly hear them in our backyard. I don't know.
Unless they're walking around. I mean, they're teenagers and school's out. They're probably getting bored.
Well, no, I mean, I call them teenagers. They're not teenagers. They're in their, they graduated a couple of years ago. But I can hardly ever hear them and barely hear them. And if I'm outside and they're outside, or if I if I hear something, I can turn on the Ring camera and I can barely hear them, even when I turn the volume up. I know they're there, but I can barely hear them. Okay, come on. Don't hit that quarter. It'll knock me out again.
Should be
You
running
should
away
see him.
again.
Look,
Come back.
I'm gonna see if you guys can see him. Hold on. Can you guys see him?
Where it's the ceiling.
He's sitting. Oh, it's upside down. He's sitting right over there.
Okay, yep.
Shit.
I see.
He's sitting up against the wall there.
Well, that felt weird. I'm sitting there turning my head to the side. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Duh.
I forgot it was going to be upside down. I would have had to flip it the other way to see it. But if I flip it, then I have to retighten everything down. All the oh, now he's laying down. He's in the kitchen, but at least he's laying down.
Cats come up through the yard today. Each of them had a baby rabbit in their mouth. I know that sounds horrible, but it's nature. And I was just like, stopped them in the driveway. I said, "Are they still alive?" And Storm opened his mouth, and that baby started squirming. And Bill just like reached down, took a handkerchief and picked it up and got the one out of Misty's mouth and took them. We know where they're at because we see the mommy there all the time, and just took them and laid them back down there. If they can't bring them home alive, I can't watch that.
Right. Well, my daughter, she has rabbits in her yard too, and they nest in her yard. And she was asking Royce if he wanted to go to her house, and I said, "No, he's not going to your house." And she goes, "Do you think he would kill the rabbits?" I said,
Yes.
"Yes." Yeah, he would kill them.
He's a beagle.
He's a beagle, and she's got a beagle, but it can't get to him. And she's never been. I told her she was always was in a. She was never socialized. She was again a kennel her whole life, so she doesn't really go after stuff like that because she was never really let loose to do stuff like that. He's a hunter. He has brought me dead animals that he's killed. So. Sorry about that. Don't go away.
The only thing Cash has killed, rabbits and squirrels can run around that dog in circles, and he don't even blink. He hates groundhogs. He will kill every groundhog he sees.
Right. Well, Royce has killed birds. He's killed lizards. He wants to kill the squirrels. He chases after the foxes. He would go after and kill a chicken. He's a hunter.
Now, Cash, he don't really go after anything. The cats.
Ouch, Robin. Ouch.
My cats will terrorize the squirrels. They try to. They're all the time trying. And I was like, After all these years, I said, it's been almost 12 years. You ain't caught one yet. Just give it up.
Oh, I think that if Royce was able to, he would be able to catch and kill a squirrel. But he's not. Hey, Greg, welcome in. He's not loose out in the front yard where they're at, and they don't go in the backyard when he's out there and the yard is really small back there. It's really long and skinny, but they don't go down. They don't go down into the yard, so they don't have a chance to. He doesn't have a chance to kill them. But when he sees the foxes, when he goes to the park, Ron has accidentally got away from Ron twice, and that's what he was chasing, is a fox. And beagles will kill foxes. They will catch him and kill him. So.
Yeah. I always hated that. I hate that, Robin, if I have to go out and I have no choice.
Yeah. Well, I had got a heat stroke when I was 15. So even everyone's like, oh, but you were a surfer. You were out on the beach. Have you ever been on the beach before? Have you ever been in the ocean water? Ocean water is cold. The wind that blows off of it might get warm. And it might get hot, but it's not going to be you're not going to get overheated. And if you start to feel warm, you just go get in the water and it cools you right off. I never got overheated in the ocean or near, on the beach. But don't
know, Greg.
What's that? Hey, how come you can see me on this? I don't know, Greg. I don't know. I don't understand it because I checked the other my other channel and I do not have you blocked. So I don't have a clue. In fact, I don't have anybody blocked on any of my channels other than that one person who I won't say his name because he still lurks because he can still come into here, but
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah. I am almost done. Two and a little bit left. And then I just got to clean it all up. And I can't do that here. I'm going to have to take a chair in my bedroom. Well, I have a chair in my bedroom. I got to sit my chair at the end of my bed and roll this up and just unroll it
as you're working on it. Yeah, that's the way I do it when I'm working on something big.
Well, even this is rolled, but it's stretched across the table and hanging off the other side.
Feel better now? You're all wet, dripping all over the floor, tongue hanging out. No, you've been out. Now go lay down. And do not get on my furniture. He's not offered to sleep in Bill's new chair.
Wow.
Don't even look at it. It's just like, looked at Bill, looked at that chair and laid down on the floor. And Bill's like, I guess it doesn't agree with him. I was like, I think it's because it doesn't smell like you yet.
Right. I know that Royce loves all the dogs love my chair. But my daughter's dog loves my chair as well. So that when one of them gets out, everyone hurries up and gets in there. So, someone brought this up in Mishi's live the other night or the other day, and a lot of people has done that about black yarn. A lot of people don't like to crochet or
I hate black yarn. It hurts my eyes.
And I love black yarn. I never heard a single thing about that until a few years ago. I was crocheting with black yarn, and the lady that was on the panel with me was a crocheter and knitter, and she said, Connie, I can't believe you're using black yarn. I said, well, why not? And
well, here's the weird thing. See, I don't mind knitting with black yarn, but I don't like crocheting with it because in knitting, all you have to look for is the loop. Crocheting, you have to see the stitch, and it's hard for me to see the stitch. But I can knit with it, and it doesn't bother me at all.
Well, right. And so I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never had an issue with black yarn ever. And she goes, oh, everybody does. I said, well, I don't, and I
Not
hope I never
everybody.
do.
Renee loves using black yarn.
But like, if I do know, and this has always been, I didn't think it was a problem in a dark room. If the room is not dark, I'll put a light on. But I didn't think that was a big. It's like, okay, that's just what it is. But I can actually see the stitches when I'm crocheting. I can see my stitches, so I don't have a problem with black yarn.
Come here, Anthony.
Dark. Hello, Anthony.
I knew you'd emerge eventually. Say hi. He threw his hand up at you.
Okay. That works.
He has practically lived in that chair. And those are comfortable, but I don't like them. And I'll tell you why. They're pillow backed. And where I'm short.
And your head gets pushed up.
Yeah, throws my head forward. And I was like, yep, nope, can't sit in this chair.
My chair, I have to get a chair that doesn't do that, because it hurts my neck. And so I always have to check and make sure my chair does not have that poof, that little bump out.
Well, Bill likes it but he's taller, and he said it's nice because it hits at the base of his head.
Well, that's way Ron likes it.
Yay! And Anthony's taller than me too.
Yeah, Ron likes that too. And I'm like, well, but it pushes my head forward and that hurts. So I always make sure that I get one that doesn't have that, because I love my easy chair. Especially with my knee the way it is.
Connie, the black yarn witch. That's what Greg called you.
Oh, thank you, Greg.
Hey, it works.
That's right. I just don't have an issue.
I have the same problem crocheting with a really dark blue.
Yeah, and I don't.
Those are the only two colors. I would say dark green, but I've only crocheted with dark green one time, and it'll be it was the last time. Has nothing to do with the color of the yarn, but the dyes that they put in it made the yarn super, super scratchy. And it just tore my hands up. And I was like, yeah. And I went and I felt all the other colors that I had of that same brand, which was Red Heart. Smooth and soft as could be. But that green yarn was it was grabby. Even I had my sister come and feel it. And she went home and checked. She said, yeah, she said, mine's the same way. So we're assuming it's just however the acrylic takes that particular dye. Just makes it rough.
See, I have acrylic greens, really dark greens, and I never noticed it being scratchy. I am doing it.
I was just sitting here swatting a floaty for like the last 5 minutes to try to get it out of my face before I realized it's in my eye.
I was going to say, it's a floater, isn't it?
Yep, they're coming back.
Yeah, what was I going to say? I can't remember. I was going to say something.
We was talking about scratchy green yarn.
Oh, no. I remember now. I am Annie, Indiana Jones. She does a Juneteenth collaboration every June. So it's celebrating Halloween 6 months early. And I am going to be taking part in it. So I'm going to be painting a Halloween painting for, I think it's the 18th or the 19th of this month. So, and it won't be on, I don't think you'll be on my regular night because I have to be on the collaboration with her. She asked me if I was going to, I didn't do it last year, and she asked me if I was going to do it this year. So I said, yes, then I will do it. So
the 18th is on a Thursday. The 19th is on a Friday.
If it's Thursday, that's okay. But it's okay anyway. I probably, if it's on Friday, I probably won't do my Thursday night. Well, I guess I could, but it would be a premiere, but it's usually earlier than what I do because she's on the east. She's in Florida Eastern time, so I already know what I'm going to be painting. Well, I already know what subject I'm going to be painting.
I bet it'll be something about Halloween.
Hmm. It will be, but not the exact. We'll see. I have a couple things I'm thinking of to do. Liz and Sandra knows Annie. I don't know if you guys, anyone else knows her, but
I follow her.
yeah, I talk to her on the telephone. I call her and text her all the time. She's been one of my friends since I started my channel. In fact, she was the first. Her live was the first live I ever went on panel. Never gone live before that. She asked me to come up on her panel, and no one else was up there because she used to for almost a full year when COVID hit. She went live almost every single night until the next year. Yep, Liz. Yep, we were the first. Me and Annie were her first people. Crafters she ever subscribed to. Yep.
Well, it's
We
just
go
like
back a
I
long.
realized before that to subscribe when I was new to YouTube, and I followed you
Mhm.
and didn't know it. We talked about that,
Right.
and I followed her and didn't know it
Right.
until you started talking about her one day, and I was just like, "Wait a minute, I've seen her channel."
Hmm.
Because that was
Yep.
before I started crocheting a lot, and I was more into crafts,
Right.
and I was looking for all the different craft channels.
Well, see, I've always crocheted since I was in my early 20s. I just never did it online, and I always painted and never did it online. But I always, or sewing, but I always crafted. And so when I found Annie from Indiana Jones, I'm like, well, I'm a crafter. I can do this. And everyone started saying, Connie, you need to start your channel. You need to start. Well, I already had a channel. She goes, you need to do crafts on your channel, you know? And I'm like, okay, I'll start. And that's was last August, or it was in August. So this August will be 6 years or 7, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. So
I'll just be a supporter. I don't ever see me having enough time to dedicate to something like that. I'd like
it
to.
was, it became it became a chore to do it because I had to figure out what I was going to do for each video. I would do 3 to 5 crafts. I had to figure out what I was going to do. Then I had to film it. Then I had to edit it and do a voiceover and upload it. It was just,
Yeah. See,
it
I
became,
wouldn't have time for something like that.
oh, yeah, exactly. Liz, I did too, but she dropped out. She doesn't talk to me anymore, and she's just completely disappeared. So, and I even went up and me and Ron spent a week at her house. But yeah, she kind of like spaced out. Yeah, so I don't know. But I used to go live with Annie. I used to go live with Sarah. I used to go live with, well, I used to do collaborations. In fact, I had my own collaboration. I did what, for a while, and then I took over another collaboration and I did that one. What would you make with wood would be what wood, WOOD, do you make? So um, you had to, every one of your DIYs had to have wood in it. And a lot of people just make stuff with little wood, and I would go out in my wood shop and make stuff in my wood shop. But that was a monthly thing, and I started to get tired of doing that. So exactly, Liz. She stopped posting.
She probably got busy if she opened up a shop.
Yeah, she did. But she stopped talking to me too. I mean, we talked all the time, and she stopped responding, and so I'm like, okay, well, it's good while it lasted. Okay, this is done. So now it's just the ends I have to do. Don't whine, please. It hurts my ears. It's a high pitch whine. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
And you timed it perfectly.
Yes, I did. I did for sure. And I still have a lot of yarn. I bought way too much yarn, but that's okay. I still have all this, and then I have 2 or 3 more of this color, 2 red, and 2 or 3 greens. That's okay. I'll use it for something else.
He's always making some shams for his pillows. Oh wait, he's a guy.
He's a guy. He doesn't want to. No, but my grandsons that I made the Lego blankets. I was thinking about making them a Lego pillow. Not that they would use it, but I don't know.
Yeah, guys don't care if the bed looks pretty.
No, my one grandson, the one who's going to be here, Hudson, he rolls himself up in his Lego blanket and sleeps in it, and Keegan just lays it over him, and so does Joey and Jackson. They just kind of lay it over the top of their blanket of them. But Hudson, he rolls up in it like a burrito. Oh, my dress. Here, let me grab it. Hold on. I just got to walk over here and grab it. Just about ready to start on the lace. I did the first panel, and it was too small, and so I made it bigger. So, and I did something I don't normally do, but I did it because I wanted it to look right. So this is the main panel, and I added this part, and I'm crocheting it and hooking it as I crochet it. So I have about 2 inches to go, and then I'll have to finish the length, because the length, it'll be from here. It's got to go about 4 more inches before I start the lace. So, and it's, let's see how big it is on me. Actually, it fits me perfectly. That's the way it's supposed to fit. So yeah, I did right. I did the right length. So that way, then I will start the lace on. I'll do the bottom. I'll first do the top because I have to do the bodice a little bit, and then the lace on top and the arms, shoulders, and then I will do the bottom. Now I still have this amount of yarn, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and I can't get any more of this. So me and Annie was looking at my yarn that was similar to size to this, and I had a cone of cream yarn, So I thank you, Liz. So what I'm going to do is, if I think I have enough blue, I'll do the bottom, or I'll do the top and then put the cream on the bottom, or I'll just put cream on both. I don't know. But because I still have to finish that 2 inches and then I have to do 4 more inches of the blue. I don't think I'm going to have enough blue because I'm making it bigger than the pattern because I want it longer. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, that's it. But thank you guys for being here. I'm so glad. I'm glad I got this part finished. So now I can just take this in and work it on it in my bedroom on the bed. It'll be a lot easier. So I can just roll it up and then just work it and re-roll it as I unroll it. Yeah, I can't wait to you guys to see the dress. And I have 2 more patterns. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I do. A friend of mine gave me another pattern for a dress. So,
You too, Liz.
All right, Liz. This is another dress that a lady gave me a pattern for. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah. So I'm going to make that one too. And then I'm going to make that other one that first one that Mary sent me. I really liked it. So I'm going to do that one too. Because I've got enough yarn to do 2 more out of the really thin yarn, do the lacy stuff. So yeah, it is really pretty, Liz. And of course you have to wear, it's called a Tuscany tank dress. And it's pretty much all lacy except for the bodice. But it goes into, the bodice is one set of stitches, and then this part is another, and then this part's another. So, and this part here looks like it's weaving back and forth. Good night, Sandra. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you on Thursday. Thursday night, I am doing Diane Majors and Tracy's paintings because they're small ones, so I'm just doing them both on Thursday night. So I figured that'll be easy. I can just do, because I can do small paintings pretty quickly. So, but thank you all for being here. Annie, thank you for being here as well. Yep. And on panel. And you guys all have a good night and hope to see you soon.
Night, y'all.
Bye, guys. Yes, take care. Good night.